South Africa is regarded as one of the most unequal societies in the world, and the national minimum wage of 21.69 cents per hour was introduced in January 2019 to reduce the widening wage gap among the working class. Cosatu is adamant that this policy has helped to lift the wages of 6 million workers. Farm workers were recently included in the minimum wage after they were excluded together with domestic workers. Cosatu is convinced that the implementation of the minimum wage has not led to job losses in the country.
One of the recommendations that we have tabled as Cosatu, which we believe will be agreed to, is that domestic workers should equalize to the minimum wage from early next year. We hope that will be carried through. We've also made proposals for a CPI inflation plus 3% increase as well.
Cosatu wants next year's increases of the minimum wage to be aligned to the inflation rate.
We shouldn't be paying people in the odds, rands and cents. The current minimum wage level is 21 rand and 69 cents, which makes it difficult for many workers and for employers to remember it. Also that you don't pay people in coins. There are no 5 cent, 2 cent, 1 cent coins in issuance anymore. So we've also recommended that if you come to an amount, for example, of 21 rand 69 or 22 rand 75, you should then just round it off to the nearest rand to make it easier for workers and employees to remember it.
Experts believe that the implementation of the minimum wage has helped to stimulate consumer spending and economic growth, and they say that this policy has not necessarily led to job losses. Concerns have also been raised about the slow pace of implementation of the minimum wage. Some businesses have applied for exemption from this policy, citing affordability.
A few years back, South Africa moved from a system of sectoral minimum wages to having a national minimum wage. And this move was really important and a huge step forward. Unfortunately, what we've seen since then is the insufficient implementation of that, and governments insufficient increases in that, and a lack of enforcement of that national minimum wage.
Cosatu is pinning its hopes on the Minister of Employment and Labour, Thulas Nxesi, to make an announcement before the end of December on how to roll out this policy next year. Naledi Matlapeng, SABC News, Johannesburg.